Okay, so I'm trying to film this myself, so we'll see how this goes. So this is looking at the angles of acute triangle, no, right triangle, sorry, the angles of right triangles. And first of all, we want to think about what things do we know about triangles and the angles of triangles. So we know that all three angles equal 180 degrees, right? So we know that all three angles of any triangle equal 180 degrees. And then we also know that in a right triangle, the other two angles are acute and equal, I was gonna say add up to, but we'll put equal 90 degrees, right? Oops, not 9 degrees, 90 degrees. So we know that if the triangle SVU, we can tell it's a right angle because we have this little symbol right here. So if this angle here equals 90, then this plus this, so S plus V has to also equal 90, right? Because we know all three of them have to equal 180 degrees because we just wrote that over there and it's true. So in this diagram, people were getting confused in a problem like this because they were like, but there's two right angles and that's so confusing, which I totally agree, it can be confusing. So we're going to make sure, if you watch the video about naming angles, so if we're talking about this angle here, this right angle, this angle could be called angle SUV or angle VUS. So wherever the two rays or two edges come together, that's the center. So we could call this angle SUV or angle VUS. Okay, so we know this one is 90 degrees. And we know that angle USV, so this angle here is 30 because I wrote it there. So then we know that if this is a right angle, it's 90 degrees. So it means the other two angles, this angle and this angle, have to equal what? 90, right? So we know one of them. So one of them is 30. So we can take 90 and subtract 30, and we'd get 60 degrees for this angle V over here, or angle UVS. So this would be 60 degrees, right? Because 30 plus 60 is 90, and 90 plus 90 is 90. So that would equal 180 degrees, which we said over here is true, okay? Now, in the book, it said something at one point about the triangles are not drawn to scale. That just means that this maybe isn't really 30 degrees, but they're just writing it there, so you just believe it. So like if you went and actually measured this with a protractor, I know it's not 30 degrees. Well, I mean, I didn't, if it was by accident, because I just drew the angle and wrote them in. So we're gonna erase these for a second. Well, actually, here, we'll put that one back in. That's 30 degrees. And now, if they were asking us what this little angle is over here, oops, my green. Sorry, this angle here. So this would be angle TUV, because we're talking about this little part right here. Okay, if they were asking us what TUV, angle TUV was, how could we figure that out? So we know some other information, right? We know that this angle is 30, and we now know that this angle is what? What did we just figure out? Yeah, that would be 60 degrees. So do we have enough information now to figure out what this angle is, this TUV angle? We do, right? Because we know that this right here is a right angle. So we know that UTV, this one right here, is 90 degrees as well, because we could draw the little 90 degree symbol on this side as well. So if this one's 90 and this one's 60, what does this one have to be? What does TUV have to be? Right, that would also be 30, because 90 plus 60 plus 30 equals 180. Or because we know that's 90, we know the other two acute angles also have to be 90. So if we know this one's 60, then we know this one has to be 30 because 30 plus 60 equals 90.